Yo, 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 what's happening, everybody? This is Scatterbrain, the Bradford podcast, back to you for another one, episode 44. We're on the roll, We eight more until 52. That's a year. 52 make a year, 52 mark a year. So get ready, grab your popcorn and get ready to see what we're gonna do for 52. Trying to, I want to make 52 special, so I may bring a bunch of guests back on that I done had on, all type of stuff. You never know. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it big. I may even do a live episode. May do it live, the whole episode live. So you never know. You never know. We planning on it. January is about to be over. Hope everybody beginning of the year has been good. It's been dope. It's been copacetic. I hope you ain't been too stressed out, too hurt about stuff that's going on in your life. Don't pay no attention to this remote. I'm watching sports as I'm recording. You got to multitask around here. But yeah, I hope your beginning of the year been good. I hope it's been great. You done set the tone to the year. My tone for the year is kind of all over the place right now. I got to center it. I'm doing a few things, but I want to center it to make it more focused on, they always say you should be helping others, but man, helping others will have you down bad. It'll have you not doing what you need to do. So I need to center my focus real fast. But it's off to a good start. Year been good. No bad reports. Everything cool. My niece made honor roll. Got to speak. She went to speak at as a part of the science club at the school board meeting. It's been some dope stuff happening, man. Dope stuff. Good. I'm just ecstatic to see her blossom into what she's becoming, man. That's been great. So that keeps me happy. That keeps me on a good path because it let me know whatever I'm doing it right. I'm being a good example. My sister is also being a great example to her. So that keep me on the right path. What else good going on, man? Uh, I'm almost done with some more songs, and then I'll be able to put them out, man. I made a vow to myself. I don't want to put out another song without having at least 3 to 5 songs ready to go behind that. So I'm in that space. I'm in a space where I'm actually trying to get better at writing quicker and faster and recording and doing everything faster instead of taking the long road, which is normally my route. But I'm doing that. So that's happening. What else is going good? I don't know. I can't think of nothing else right now. I didn't plan that. I didn't plan to even talk about that. That was spur of the moment when the camera came on and the lights came on. Uh, but again, I hope y'all year starting off right. I'm on the quest for looking for therapy, so y'all just bear with me, because I know I told y'all in December I'm going to therapy, but I'm in the quest of looking for one. I want to find the right one before I just jump out there with anybody to find the right one. And at least get me 2-3 sessions with this one person before I just go astray. Uh, but I'm nervous. Oh man, the Lions are dropping balls left and right. This dude number 8 needs to come out the game. That's a side note. This is in live time. What I'm telling y'all, he's dropped like 2-3 balls, big balls at that. Paul, Paul. I was finna say Paul, but play, man. We don't believe in that. I don't believe in that Paul shit right here. But yeah, man. Yeah, he dropped like 2-3 big balls, man, big time balls. So he need to get it together. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the therapy. So yeah, man, I'm in the process of looking for that. So y'all, I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna keep y'all updated with that and make so y'all know everything that's going on. I want to be transparent with that. My weekend was good. Had a good gig Saturday, way in Baton Rouge though. Man, when I tell you Boosie, hey man, I don't know if we were playing for rich people, but I want to say we were playing for something important. Boosie had them folks crazy, and they all live in Baton Rouge. They done played White Man Down. They done played Set It Off. They played all type of Boosie in there, and them folks were going crazy. All type of people, white people, black people, mixed people. They all in there going crazy. So Boosie is a legend, and I want to speak more on people like Boosie later on in this episode. Because it's a problem we have in the black community and the hip hop community. But when you really look at yourself and you ask like, well, do this stuff really entertain me? Is it what's, how can I put it? Is it something that I like to see? Then you'll get down to it. But I just want to be thinking on that for the next 10 minutes. Because this episode will probably be 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Now, first thing I want to talk about is obviously sports world is going on. Football season is coming to an end. We got about 3 more weeks of football. It's either 3 or 2. It's 2 more weeks of football. Because they'll take the week off. Well, not the week off. They're gonna actually be practicing and stuff until then, but they're gonna skip a week of actual games, which will be next Sunday. Won't be no games, which will be February the 4th. And I think the 11th is the Super Bowl. My Super Bowl picks were washed out today. One of them was washed out, and it looked like this other one is about to get washed out too right now as we speaking. If you know context clues, I was obviously rooting for the Lions, but they're looking like shit right now because they was up 24-7. Now the game is tied 24-24. It's crazy. And then Lamar Jackson, he just, I don't know. I don't want to say he nutted up, but they lost. The Ravens lost as well. So my Super Bowl pick was the Ravens and the Lions because I just thought Lamar Jackson was on a mission. He was on a warpath. He was out to get improve. He was out to get, prove. And prove. Well, you don't even have to put the comma. He's just out to get and prove. Wow, number 44 just made an amazing catch for the 49ers. Anyway, Lamar was out to get and prove to all his naysayers what it really is and what it really ain't. You know what I'm saying? He was out to prove that. And I don't know what happened. I watched the game. I was playing at church while I watched the game. Cause I took on a second service today for a friend to help a friend out. And I was watching the game while we were in the service, but I couldn't tell you what was like. I don't know, because I don't know, it was weird, man. Weird game. But now the Chiefs have made it to the AFC representative for the Super Bowl. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm asking myself, why would I bet against my homeboy? Why would I bet against him? The boy is the truth. He's been to the Super Bowl 4 times in the last 6 years. 4 times in the last 6 years. This really like some LeBron. This really like some LeBron type shit, man. Like, I'm a LeBron stan. I make no apologies about it. I'm a LeBron stan. I think LeBron is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game of basketball. LeBron stan. But how can I put it? I think Patrick Mahomes is doing the exact same thing Bron did from like when Bron went to Miami and came back to Cleveland. That span of time, like that's what Patrick Mahomes is on, man. Nobody can beat him, or at least that's what it looks like right now. Somebody is gonna have to like prove him wrong. But who beat him? Tom Brady. But Tom Brady is considered what? he considered the GOAT. So it's like, you know, but I think before it's all said and done, my homeboy's gonna have more championships than Brady. Or if he don't have more actual championships than Brady, he's gonna have more Super Bowl appearances than Brady. And it's like sometimes are the rings what make you the greatest? Because that's the same in Braun's case, right? Everybody say, well, Braun been there all these time, but he only got 4, and Mike had 6, and he was perfect in 6. Well, sometimes your team just better. Your team just better, man. Mike didn't hit every game-winning shot. Sometimes his team was just better than the other team. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes his team was just better. Same thing with Mahomes. He lost to Tom Brady. Sometimes the Tom Brady team was just better than his team. That's the sad truth. Tom Brady team was just better than his team. Uh, but Mahomes is that deal. He that deal, man. Like, I couldn't imagine playing against him, man. How how uh how exhausting it gotta be to see your team is doing everything that they've been doing all year to win games and make it to this point of the AFC Championship game. And he's just dominating. And then what makes it even worse, he doesn't even score the second half. He doesn't score the second half and they still win the game. It's like it's crazy to see like that a man can break your will because sports is grit and it's game planning and it's X's and O's and it's schemes and it's athleticism and it's all this stuff. But at the end of it, it all boils down to my will or your will. Who is going to win, especially football, because it's such a physical sport. It all boils down to my will or your will. It's 11 men on the field. Well, 22 in all, 11 on each side. And am I going to impose my will on you and break you from wanting to do your will? That's what it boils down to. So to be playing against him and to just feel my will broken, like, man, everything that I'm trying to do, I can't do. Like I'm right on his receiver. He makes a pass to where only his receiver can catch it. But literally, if this is me, his receiver is this close. Like you would think, how would he get the ball to his receiver? But he's getting it to him. Or I'm a D lineman. I get this close to him and he still gets the ball away. It's just it's wild things, man. He wins time. He's gonna win time of possession. How I don't know, because my whole thing against him would be to keep the ball away from him. It's like Peyton Manning. Everybody knew when you were playing Peyton Manning in his prime, keep the ball away from Peyton Manning. The more you give him the ball, the worse off your team is going to be. But for some reason, it never worked out like that. For some reason, it absolutely never, ever, ever worked out like that. And it's weird, man. It's a weird thing, man, to see that somebody that's not even at, he's the most important position on the field because he controls everything, or especially on the offensive end, he controls everything. And when you're as great as he is, when you can make passes from any angle, arm angle, any body, anywhere on any body position or whatever, when you can make throws like that, you're gonna always be different, right? But it's just weird to see that somebody like that can break everyone's will. Because they got how you pronounce his name? Roquan Smith from the Bears. Great linebacker. One of the greatest linebackers in the NFL right now. And he's like physically dominant. He's a dominant physical species out there. And his will just got broken. And it's strange, man. It's just strange to see that stuff like that can happen, man. But sometimes the lights are too bright for some people because again, it's the will. You can have the will to want to go out and do that, but once he start cracking you, what you gonna do? He break your will. Now the light's too bright, your eye, and they say your eyes get big, your asshole get tight. I used to hear an old coach at Grenada High School say that. He used to say, "Yeah, his eye got big, asshole, yeah, he got a big asshole got tight." Coach Harden, man. Some people that happen, man. No matter how much you game plan, blase, your X's and O's, your schemes. Sometimes your will just get broken, and Patrick Mahomes broke the Ravens' will. Next year, I won't bet against Mahomes. Long as Andy Reid is his head coach, I won't bet against Mahomes. Long as he got Travis Kelce, I won't bet against Mahomes. Yeah, as long as he got them two, I won't bet against him. Now he lose Travis Kelce next year, I'll take the field against Patrick Mahomes. He lose Andy Reid, I'll take the field. But as far as those two, I won't bet against him again. Especially since Tom Brady out of the league. There's no other quarterback that's even on his level, remotely on his level. There's no other quarterback. There's no other quarterback remotely on his level in the NFL. But yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be the Chiefs and then I want to say Niners right now because the Niners are playing good in this fourth quarter, top of the fourth quarter, the score is 24-24, and they're in Detroit territory. So it looks like it may be Chiefs Detroit, which would be the Taylor Swift Eminem Bowl. All the stands for those teams would be for those two entertainers would be there. I don't want to see that because it's gonna well, I don't know. I'll take the Niners. The Niners will be a good matchup. I don't think the Chiefs and the Lions will be a good matchup. Chiefs and the Lions won't be a good matchup. Oh, he just got a flag thrown at him. You fucking dummy. Oh, it ain't called flag? Oh man. Oh man, okay. Okay. Houston hit he hit Purdy and all type of stuff, ran his face man, crossed his face man. Ain't called flag. Anyway, let's get into some stuff that really matters. Well, before we leave sports, it's some sports beef brewing that I really want to see brew because I think it's going to be great for the NBA. I really want to see Anthony Edwards and Shea Gills Alexander. I always get his name confused with Michael Kidd Gilchrist, but it's Shea Gills Alexander, number 2 from Oklahoma. Because, they got a mini beef going on right now, and it is fire. It is fire. I hope it brew to a full-out beef to where they just don't like each other. Because Anthony Edwards is that dude, and Shea is also that dude. He's also that dude. And it's going to be great. Everybody keep your eye out on that. Anthony Edwards is an amazing player. He's just on a horrible team, man. I wish he'll get traded. Come to the Lakers or something, man. Come play beside Bron. We'll get you right, brother. We'll get you right. But he's a straight up dog of all dogs. Straight up, I'm talking about dog. And then he plays the way I like basketball to be played, honestly. Okay, I know I said I'm going with Book after Bron retired, but again, Book got a different game than Bron. But Anthony Edwards is like a close, I don't want to say close thing, but he plays explosive and at the rim. I like players that play explosive and at the rim. And he's amazing, man. He is amazing. His team is not His team is not that good, man. It's just not that good, bro. They need to trade either Cat or Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Get some more pieces around him for then just leave it up to either Anthony and Rudy or Anthony and Cat and get some more pieces. But as far as those three together, that's not gonna work out. So his team is a thing that holds him back a little bit. But Anthony Edwards is that deal. And Shea is offensively, he's that deal too. He just get wherever he wants to get on the floor and score. But they're beefing. They're making Anthony Edwards goes on an interview and he spews. It's hard to beat him when Shea just gets any foul call you call him, blah blah. You touch him, they get a foul call. And then Shea goes on Instagram and posts like something with a cryptic caption. Keep an eye out on that beef in the NBA because that thing is gonna be amazing as the year. It's like Luka and Book. The more and more they play against each other, the bigger and bigger that beef and that rivalry gets. Also, LeBron and Steph rivalry is growing. I didn't get to see the game last night, which was Saturday. I was on the gig, but I did see Bron at 39 years old, got 20 rebounds, 36 points or 38 points, and like 12 assists. Just GOAT status stuff, man. Just GOAT status stuff. What do you do with that? That's the GOAT. The GOAT, you let the GOAT be the GOAT. And you call him what he is. You call him by his name, which is GOAT James. But they rivalry is still brewing, the Golden State Warriors and Bron, or Steph Curry and Bron. It's amazing to see that players that's like 35 and 39, 40 years old still playing at such a high level. I wonder my thing now is I wonder how much longer they have to play. I don't see if Bron can stay at this level at 42, 43 years old, it would be earth shattering. And unfortunately, I would say he's on the PEDs. He's on the performance enhancing drugs. He couldn't tell me otherwise. He couldn't tell me otherwise that Big Catch Williams, number 9 for Detroit, just caught a pass over the middle that was basically intercepted. He caught it and got up with it. But anyway, just a game update as it's going. But if I would say Bron is on PEDs, man, he got to be on PEDs. If he plays at this level at 42, 43 years old, man, like you're on performance enhancing drugs, you got a cocktail that you take every night or something. You got something that's rejuvenating your body, and like you haven't hurt a knee. Lord rest his soul. I mean, not his soul. Lord help him, protect him. Let me knock on some type of wood. He ain't hurt no major stuff, like no major knee injury, no major hip injury, no major arm injury, no major injuries, no major ankle injuries. So ain't nothing been major. He done tweaked his groin and stuff. But that groin is a mud. Once you mess that groin up, I don't think you ever right after you mess that groin up. I'm not a sports scientist to prove, but I believe that about the groin. It's just so much stuff that is like, oh, he missed that. But I just, after that groin is hurt, it's hard to come back, man. It's hard to come back. But Bron came back and he's fine. He's fine. He can roll his ankle and be fine at 38, 39, 37. So if he can still do that at 42, bro, you're on drugs and you're gonna. It's like finding out Mark McGuire was on steroids. For all you people that's my age, that you in your 30s, you remember Mark McGuire was like that dude. Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds. Around it, they were all at the same time. And they were smacking the ball, especially Mark McGuire, bro. Especially Mark McGuire, bro. I wanted to bat like Mark McGuire, but I was scared of. I was and still am afraid of a baseball. If it's coming too fast, I'm afraid of it. But I wanted to bat like Mark McGuire so bad, man. so bad, but I went. I ain't had the cojones to be what's the word I'm looking for? I done had the cojones to confront a baseball. I let the baseball win every time. Uh, but when you find out Mark McGwire was on steroids, or Sammy Sosa was on steroids, or Barry Bonds, or Roger Clemens, you find out it just was a huge like, and that would be how I feel about Bron. Would it taint his legacy to me? It would never taint his legacy to me, because even with Mark McGwire, he can be on the drugs, but you still have to have the talent, the IQ, the know abouts, whatever you need, you have to have it to perform at the level they were. Because you think if they were taking steroids, you don't think it were other people that were taking steroids too? It was a ton of other people that were taking steroids, but they didn't have the physical ability, the gifts to be able to operate how they operate. So that's how I feel about Bron. It's the other people. If Bron is taking them, I'm sure there's some other people, but they don't have the physical gifts or the IQ to operate like LeBron. But that's enough on sports today. That's enough on sports today. I want to get into two more things. Two more things. This first thing, Krishan Rock made headlines again today. She made headlines again today. She had a tattoo of Blueface right here. I think she got it covered up or she got it like taken off. One of the two, I can't remember. But I know it ain't there no more. But she made the headlines today because she has a tattoo of Blueface right here on her cheek. On her cheek. On her cheek. She has a tattoo of a man on her cheek. It's right here. It's right there, guys. It's right there, guys. It's on her cheek. The right side of her face looks like. My question is, because we all know the obvious. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing she could have ever did. But she's rich. She's rich. She's not wealthy, but she's rich. She's rich. She's on TV shows and all this stuff. She has money. She has money. But let's say that. She has money. But like this is my thing. This is my thing. Y'all hear me out. My question is, as a man, what do you have to do to get a woman to do that? I really want to know. I really want to know as a man, what do I have to do to get a woman to tattoo my fat face on her face? Like, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Is it the sex that good that'll do that? Is it your money? Is it time, spending time? Like, is it spending time with a woman that'll do that? What can we, I'm confused. Just confused at what would make somebody do that. I am genuinely confused, man. You must be piping a motherfucker down, man. I'm talking about pipe in their sternum. That woman is coming every 10 strokes. Every 10 strokes is she's coming. You gotta be sucking on her toes, her pinky finger, her neck, her butt cheek, her actual butt crack, her eyeball, her underarm. You gotta be sucking the back of her knee. You gotta be sucking the back of her knee, licking the back of her knee, man. Listen to me, man. That's the only way I could. That's the only way I could picture that you got somebody that mesmerized. Or you have to be spending. If you're earning $1 million a year, you had to be spending $750,000 on her. You have to, and you just keep $250,000 to yourself. But it's like, bro, you gotta be doing some astronomical stuff to make a woman do that. And if none of that is happening, or you gotta be spending out of 24 hours a day, you're spending 23 hours with her. 23. You have to be spending 23 hours with her. Because what we saying? Like, what causes that? Now, my common sense mind telling me it ain't none of that. I don't care what you do. Like, nobody, no regular minded person is gonna, or individual is tattoo another individual on their face. You have to be a silly rabbit, a silly mother, shut your mouth, to do that. You do, you just do, man. I don't get it. Or you just have to be like ridiculously hood, because we all know, unfortunately, in the hood, they do dumb stuff like this. They get tattoos of people, lips on their neck, names on their neck, dumb stuff, names on their titty, their ass cheek. You get stuff like that in the hood. I love the hood. I grew up in the hood. Not all my life, but a good portion of my life, I grew up in the hood. But we all know hood people do that. We know it. But my catch is, why would a pretty girl do that? Like, I don't care what jokes you have to say about Krishan Rock. Yeah, she's ghetto, she's hood. She sounds dumb, she sounds illiterate. But if you go watch videos of her from years back, she didn't sound like that. She didn't speak like that. She's from Baltimore, so Baltimore has a weird accent anyway. They don't say you, they say you, or whatever it is, however they pronounce it, or tu. It's almost like a Canadian accent in America, but it's a Canadian accent that's filtered through American hood, whatever it is. But anyway, she didn't speak like that a few years ago, maybe some years ago. She spoke very intelligently, and she was an athlete. And at the end of the day, the girl is pretty. Like, she is really, like, pretty. So it's weird to me to see a girl that's that pretty do something like that to herself. But this goes into my last topic that I'm going to do for today. This is a part of it, because once you figure out, like, I haven't figured it out yet, but once you figure it out, and I may have figured it out, but I just don't want to do the stuff that'll make you go viral. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that stuff. All the Niners are rolling now, man. Side note, the Niners are rolling. But back to the topic. Once you figure out what gets you viral, what keeps you in the media, what keeps you in the faces of people, because it's true. It's the age-old saying of entertainment is true, which is all publicity is good publicity, whether that's negative, positive, good, bad, whatever it is. It's all good, because it keeps you in the face of the people who could potentially be your customer, your purchaser, your buyer, right? It keeps you in these people's face. So once you figure that out and you figure your ways to stay viral in these people's faces, you're gonna continually do that. Take my tooth out and leave it out. That's gonna put me in people's face. And eventually get a tattoo of the man on my face, or we fight. I have a baby by the man. We have a baby, and then it's blah 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 back and forth about each other. He says this, he say I'm fucking this person, that person. They do all this. It just keeps them in the face. It keeps them in the media cycle. It keeps them talked about. And so that means her show is steady watched. That means his records are steady spinning. His features are still up. All this stuff. Once you figure that out, you just keep doing it. So that could be the reason she does this. I I would want to talk to her in a private room, in a private setting, and like literally like, why you do that? Like, what's your genuine reason for doing that? You know? What's the genuine reason for doing such a thing? It's I wouldn't understand it. Even when she tells me, I wouldn't understand it. I would be confused. Like, why? Why? Like, you're never going to be able to get real. Now, you're never going to be able to get real brand deals. You know, we're talking like real. Say Apple. Apple wanted to make you you know what I'm saying, a brand partner, or somebody huge wanted to make you a brand partner. We're talking about real big brands. It's like, you know, it's like, why would they even take a chance? Now, when you had it here, they could flex that. They could do video angles and stuff that wouldn't show what it is. They just see out markings, outlines. They could flex that, but you have a big face right here. And it's like whoever shaded it well. It's dark as F. Like, they shaded it well. I don't get it, man. What's the thought process behind it? I would love to know. And then my other question would be, it's not to her, but it's to the public. What makes women or men do that? Is it like sex? Is it a psychological issue? Is it sex? Is it a psychological? Is it you spend so much time, you spend money, you take care of somebody, you do all these things. Man, these dudes are dropping balls left and right. They had to sell this game. Wow. They had to sell this game. That's crazy, boy. I feel bad for Jared Goff. These dudes dropping the ball. He won this game a quarter ago, but they dropping the ball. Anyway, back to the topic. I would want to know what it is that makes people do that. Because me personally, I don't think in none of them areas I got enough to make anybody do any of that. I wouldn't even want you to do that. If I were messing with a woman and she with my name on her titty, or my face on her body, or my name on her ass cheek, or on her thigh right here, wherever it said, I'd be like, man, you maybe shouldn't have done that. That would scare me. That probably would scare me off, man. It's just weird. Weird energy. It's weird. It's a weird way to just, it's a weird way. Your body a canvas. Why would you do that? And I know people get tattoos of people on them all the time. But just on your face, so many other places. You could have got it on your hand. That would have been cooler to get it on your hand. So when she be punching on these women, she got them on her hand. That would have been cooler than putting it on your cheek. You messed up your pretty face, baby girl. A little pretty. And she got little fat cheeks and everything. Pretty. Anyway. Moving forward. All press is good press, right? That's what I just said. All press is good press. We got rap beef brewing. In the hip hop arena. And this is major rap beef. Because there's two of the biggest female artists in the game right now. You got Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Megan dropped a song called Hiss. I like the snake hiss. I didn't listen to it. Heard snippets of it. I didn't listen to it. But they say she makes a remark about, it's a law called Megan's Law. Well, if you read anything about Megan's Law, you Google Megan's Law, it basically deals with child what you call the people? Pedophiles. If pedophiles have to register themselves in whatever area they in, wherever they stay at. Megan's Law requires this. But Megan Thee Stallion mentions Megan's Law in her rap. Well, internet goes straight in and say, she's talking about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj get offended, go on a live rant on IG for damn near 18 hours. Just going crazy. She's been tweeting nonstop about this girl. Now she says she got a diss song coming out for her. Today is Sunday. It comes out Monday at 6 Pacific time, which would probably be like 9 p.m. to here in Mississippi. No, not 9. It'd be 8 p.m. here in Mississippi. I think it's either 8 or 9. I forget. The time difference is, fuck it. I've been living in America my whole life and don't know the time difference. But yeah, so that's going on. And it's confusing to me because they say this beef has been brewing a while. And from Nicki Minaj's tweet, like, she been waiting on this. Nicki was like, I've been waiting on you to jump out the window. Blase, blase, blase. I got all the receipts. I got blase, blase. I got blase, blase, blase. So this feels like this beef has been brewing forever. Now, from the outsider perspective, I'm looking at it like this must stem from when Megan got with Cardi and started making songs with Cardi, but they made hits. So it's like, what is going on? Now, my thing is, I like rap beef. I actually love rap beef. I don't think it's much beef better than rap beef. I don't even think Kobe steak is better than rap beef. You know, rap beef is cool. And then I even sometimes, this go back to earlier what I said. It's a problem within the rap community and the hip black community, which is sometimes we the consumers are the problems because we actually like this stuff. And I'll go even further and say, I actually like when my rap beef get a little physical sometimes. I like it. It makes for better records. It makes for a better record when I know I done beat you up. Now I'm finna go talk about it on this record. Or my homeboy shot at your homeboy. Then nobody died, but it makes for a better record. Or we seen you at a stoplight and robbed you, and now we finna talk about it on this record. It just makes for better and more entertaining stuff, right? So I like it. I'm a part of the problem. I will admit that. I would gladly admit that. But it's a problem within the black community and the hip hop community, man. It's a big problem. It's a big one. Now these women are, Nicki Minaj is probably 5'5", 5'4". Megan Thee Stallion is 6 foot. This don't need to get physical. And Megan Thee Stallion works out real well. She looks really nice. Nicki Minaj did not age. All that surgery didn't age well. She looked like a goddamn ant. But Megan, whatever surgery she had, whatever she done with herself, it looks nice. So, I wouldn't want them to fight because that wouldn't be a fair fight. I think Megan would knock her socks off. So they don't need to fight. They need to keep this on wax. But my thing about it is, I think Megan Thee Stallion would get the upper hand. She's not the better rapper, but she got the better flow and beat selection choices for a beef. Like, she's from the South, you know what I'm saying? She's from the South, and she's just gonna get better stuff because the South, it's easy to make more commercialized beef music, right? Rap beef is interesting, man. I've been on a kick for the last year, at least 2 years, looking at the drill culture in Chicago and following the beefs. Do I know all of it? No, I do not know all of it, but it's just interesting because it's amazing to see how, like, all this stuff spin And then you get all these people who end up making it out. Like Dirk made it out. Herbo made it out. Bibby made it out. Who else? Billionaire Black. I don't think he's huge, but he made it out. You got Bezoom. He made it out. All these legends, these people who's supposed to have all these crimes and bodies under their belt. I don't have no proof, no actual evidence of none of this. But they make it out. They able to go get people like King Von and you know what I'm saying? They just go get all these people and get them out. Now you got people like Butter, you know, FYBJ Main. You got all these people who made it out the hood off of beef and talking about beef. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Like the stuff that I remember growing up, the beefs that I was fond of, like Gucci Man and Young Jeezy. When Young Jeezy was clearly mainstream hip hop and Gucci was underground, but they beefing and Gucci was wearing his ass out. Like Gucci records were fire. Gucci beefed with T.I. and said, "What kind of king wear fucking leather pants to the birthday bash?" And, bro, and it's like, oh, I know T.I. gonna come back. Cause T.I. just beat up Lil Flip, so I know he finna come back and do something to Tip. No, it didn't work out like that. This is Gucci. I mean, not the Tip. Do something to Gucci. Yeah. So I'm just knowing beefs will always be entertaining. The underlying beef between Lil Wayne and Boosie at one time, like that stuff was amazing. Growing up, Gotti and Gucci when they started beefing with each other, you know, rap beef is amazing, man. It's so much that come from the beef. It's so much bad and so much good because it furthers people's careers and it builds up a folklore to the people, to us as fans, the civilians, like this person really is what he says he is or he's that type of person. It builds up this folklore and it's mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing to see. Mind-blowing to see. Like I spoke about Boosie earlier in the interview and I said that Boosie's career is like, for the real hardcore Boosie fans, like the people who were listening to him when he was going through some things, Mama Know and all that type of music, you know the stories of all the beefs he had. It's like, yo, it's crazy. I was watching a Swamp Stories YouTube video. Shout out to Swamp Stories. Watching a Swamp Stories YouTube video and it just chronicled all the beef that he had. Of Boosie supposed to be beefing with his main man, Turk, and then man, it's like, yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. If you was in the people my age remember 50 Cent beefing with everybody in New York. If they fuck with Ja Rule, he beefing with everybody. It's just amazing to see how rap beef is, man. And but the crazy thing is we as the consumers have to accept the responsibility we have, which is we're the part of the problem because we feed into these beefs. Yo, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all enjoying this episode. But before we keep going, I want y'all to do something for me, man. I want y'all to like, subscribe, hit the alert bell, and share. And then I want y'all to follow me on all social media platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Now let's get back to the episode, guys. We feed into them. We feed into these beefs and make people famous. And then you get stuff like that we get now where people getting murdered and blah, 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 or robbed, blah, 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 or end up going to jail, which is like why whatever his name is, Lucci and Thug. That Lucci got to do another 3.5 months, then he out. And then Thug is waiting. He on trial, you know. But that's still how that stems from a beef. But it stems from a real beef that was in the streets that translated into the records because in the records they were talking about each other. Even before anybody knew who they were and on the grand scheme of things, they were talking about each other. Now, the other part about rap beef that I'll never understand is people saying we went too far. In beef, it ain't no far. It ain't no too far in beef, man. If we beefing, it's no too far. It is literally no too far in beef. It's no too far. I say that again. It's no too far in beef. If me and you don't like each other and we're going back and forth, we're going at it, it's no too far. Whatever is said, whatever is done is all fair game. It's all fair game in the art of war, right? It's all fair game. Because I bring that up to say, like an example before this example was when Drake mentioned, not when Pusha T mentioned Drake's son and he mentioned 40's illness and all that stuff, and everybody like, man, he going too far. Talking about tick, tick, tick. He going too far. It's no too far. Bro, we at war. We at war. And this can turn physical at any time. So I'm going to say whatever I need to say, even before it get physical. So you don't think I was scared and you forced me to say it. I'm going to say it now. So to use something that's going on today that I'm like, man, I don't see the problem. Nicki Minaj is started mentioning Megan's mama or something like that, her deceased mama. And everybody's saying, you too old, you 40, you shouldn't be talking like that. Hey, man, well, don't come at me if you own some bullshit. I'm 40 and I go at your head. I feel Nicki. Now, is Nicki, I don't know who right or wrong in this beef. I don't know. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the banter. I can't wait to hear this record and see what disrespectful things she's going to say. I can't wait because we've never seen Nicki actually go back and forth directly with somebody. Now, we've seen her go back and forth with people more along the lines of, they're talking about each other from a distance. But, like, to know that these two people are talking directly about each other, we ain't never seen her do that. I want to see Kendrick do that because Kendrick is the king of talking about people, and then we don't know directly who he's talking about. I want him to directly do that because I think Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper alive. I think he will smoke everybody. So that's a rap beef I want to see. But back to Nicki, if I gotta choose anybody in this beef, I'm hoping Megan Thee Stallion pull it off. But Nicki said after she dropped this record, if the host say anything, she got 10 more records ready to go. That's dangerous. Anybody who talk like that, that's dangerous and they hard to bet against. They're very hard to bet against. That's why Drake, he got over on, when he went back to back on Meek, it was scary. Like, yeah, man. But that's been another episode of Scatterbrain and Ray Bradford podcast. I hope y'all like rap beef like I like rap beef. I really like rap beef. I'm into it. I love it, man. It just make for better records. Like I always say, find your grandmama, find your granddaddy, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, your daughter, your son, your boo, your bae, your lover, whoever. Find them, hug them, love on them, tell them you love them. Peace out. Y'all be safe.